Hey folks, this is Victor McNeil with the Wallowa Avalanche Center. Today is Thursday, the 10th of March, and we're down in the southern Wallowas on a north aspect at 7,500 feet. Overnight and yesterday we picked up about 3, maybe 4, 5 inches in most locations above 7,000 feet. So a little bit of new snow. That snow is sitting on top of a pretty stout crust. It's about an inch thick here. That was from last week's warm-up. The most interesting thing that we found in this pit, in this location, was down about 40 centimeters, a little over a foot, was a layer of preserved buried surface hoar. It's a little hard to see, but my wife actually identified it first, Kelly McNeil, as a thin gray line in the snowpack, which a lot of times is a really good visual representation of that layer once it's buried. The actual snow grains were pretty easy to identify. So as you can see here in our extended column test, which is a good test, it's representative of how we as a skier, rider, snowmobiler might influence a potential weak layer. We did have a full propagation all the way across the column that slides off pretty easily, okay? And then as you can see, this is the amount of snow on top of that. So this is just something that's noteworthy, something to keep in mind as we continue on with more storms, wind events, potential warm-ups. This is one isolated location that we have found this layer. So it might only exist here or maybe in other sheltered north-facing pieces of terrain. Elsewhere across the other forecasting zones, some areas like the Blues and the Elkhorns picked up about 10 inches of snow in the last 48 hours. The northern Wallowas picked up about 8 to 9 inches. The southern actually was the loser with only like 3 to 5. So in the next couple days, just be on the lookout for small pockets of isolated wind slabs, predominantly above tree line. We haven't really seen much wind transport at all today. Pretty nice day out here. So again, just ease into the terrain, especially if you are suspect that it might be wind loaded. And we're going to continue to monitor this layer of surface hoar and see if we can find it elsewhere in the terrain. Thanks.